Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Remember the Flowers. I quite enjoyed last part, episode, whatever, you know what I mean. So I'm gonna continue, and I'm kind of excited too. Also, is this supposed to be Cooper? He's so big. Like in his portrait, he looks so skinny, and look at he's a big woofer. Uh, it's kind of nice. I think I prefer Damien more, you know, personality wise, like what we've been shown so far. But yeah, so I hope we get to see him soon. But yeah, we'll just go, right? Before we officially ventured out, we do a bit of cleaning in the alley. Cooper tells me we should try to avoid leaving anything behind, sends the jacket he tossed. Thankfully, there's not much, just the wrappings from our food, and... Oh, I forgot Cooper's other gun. It's definitely, it definitely lead to trouble if we left something like that lying around. And as I'm about to try and pick it up, I think to myself, is it a good idea to touch something like this? Hey, Cooper, you left your gun over here. Is it okay for me to pick it up? Oh, good call. Yeah. The safety is on. Just try not to slide anything on it. Slide anything? On a gun? Okay, I know my motor skills are a bit rusty, but I should be able to pick up a gun without firing it, right? I gulp. I'm hovering my hand over it inches away before a yellow arm invades my vision. Relax. You're not going to set it off. The wolf casually picks it up and twists it. See? If you say so. Here. Cooper then carefully takes my arm and plants the pistol into my hand. It's cool to the touch and smooth. It almost feels like a smartphone screen. My grip is firm on it, and I don't want to drop it. Still, I do turn it around slowly, getting a decent look at it. It looks cool. It's not what I would normally picture a gun to look like, though. It's sleek and pretty light. However, it's still a gun, and I don't trust myself with it. Uh, uh, it's, neat. Here, take it back. Cooper takes it and holsters it back at his hip. I guess giving you a self-defense weapon is out of the question. Would that be necessary? In your position, yes. Why does whoever they are want me so bad? Classified. Figures. You ready to head out? As ready as I'll ever be. He takes out his bracelet or axiom and starts to tap away at it. Now that I'm close, I can kind of make out what he's doing. The screen is pretty clear, even while being somewhat translucent. I can't make out a lot, though. It looks blurry, almost as if censored. You can read that? I can. Can you? You can't? He swipes away the screen. No offense, but I'm not going to register you in it. Okay. Whatever that means. We're going to head to the nearby plaza. It's late, but there should be a shop open. For what? I figure you could use a change of clothes. He grimaces. Glad I got paid. You don't have to do anything. I'll manage. That's nice of you, human, but it's more out of necessity. Your current getup would be suspicious to just about anyone. I look down at what I'm wearing. He has a point, although I'm not sure what kind of fashion they have here. If I could choose, probably something with sleeves. The scars along my arms and legs are kind of off-putting, especially to me. Do you have any suggestions? Yeah, I'm not the person to ask about clothes. We'll figure it out when we get there. Okay. We both look over the alley, making sure it's empty, though. All right, let's start moving. Tuck on my sleeve or something if you need anything, and remember, keep quiet. Okay. With that, we make our way out of the alley. It's hard to tell what time it is, but I'd guess it's after midnight. There's no one out on the streets besides a few cars. There's some flying cars at that. Oh yeah, maybe Cooper was on something about that. Was onto something about the scary outside world. What's more is that they're fairly quiet and just a silent hum, just a slight hum. We walk on the sidewalk. The material is somewhat warm against my bare feet. I can't tell what it's made out of. It feels weird. I really wish I had some shoes. Cooper walks alongside the street, keeping me somewhat close to the walls of the nearby buildings. Sorry, the game audio just looks a bit quiet, so turn it up just a little bit. Their walls look sleek and unnatural and unnaturally smooth. If I had to guess, they look like the same material as the gun Cooper had. The surface just looks like big phone screens, highly reflective. I don't look long and I don't look long though. Okay. Ugh. Wow, my brain just died there for a moment, not wanting to see my face. We make it a block or two before I tug at Cooper's sleeve. Cooper perks his ears in my direction. I whisper as quietly as I can. Sorry, break? Sure. I lean against the wall behind me, taking a few breaths. I was hoping it'd be longer. The fact that it's in the middle of the night doesn't help. I'm feeling pretty sleepy. Here, this should help. Before I can ask, he takes out his Axiom. I think he draws a circle on the screen. As he does, the outline of a circle lights up on the ground. With another tap, Cooper slides the Axiom off, and the cylinder rises from the ground, stopping at around my calf. Cooper must see my stunned expression. What's the matter, old man? Never seen the city before? At this point, I don't know if I'm more stunned at what he just did or what he just called me. Old man? I'm like 26. I spit out like in a hiss. Never seen a human that young with hair like that, with hair that old. And keep it down, would you? He's luckily mature, or else I'd call him out for provoking me like that. He's lucky I'm mature, okay. I stare at him, sticking my tongue out. I huff and sit down on my new seat. It's not very big, but it's enough for me to sit fully on without sliding off. It's warm, almost like a heated seat. Curiously, I glide my hand along the side. It's almost soft in that worn, plasticky kind of way. Hardy. Cooper rests against the building while I take my break. He's tapping away on his Axiom again. I try to look at it some more. I can see some pictures, I think, but that's about it. Looking around, there's not much to talk about in terms of architecture. Most buildings look the same, big, eerily rectangular without much detail. The ones that don't look a bit older, but not in terms of architecture. I've never seen this style, and they just look more worn out than the rest. Cooper keeps an ear out for the few cars that come our way, but he doesn't seem to worry. Not even for the ones a story above us. It's kind of scary seeing stuff like flying cars all of a sudden. I instantly think about a scenario where one malfunctions and just falls straight at me. Even the pessimist. I shake my head and stand up. Turning to Cooper, I give him the thumbs up. He gives me a puzzled look before doing it back. Albeit a tad weird. Does he even know what that means? This no talking thing isn't gonna work. I sigh before gesturing him to lead the way. Thankfully, he understands that, and we're walking along again. Once again, I start to think to myself, I've come to accept that it'll be I'll be doing that from now on. Seriously, this place is huge. It's a wonder how people don't get lost around here. There are signs here and there, but with all the buildings looking so similar, how do they make sense of it all? My thoughts get interrupted as Cooper suddenly pulls me into a nearby alley. What? He covers my mouth abruptly and huddles me against the wall. I furrow my brow. Where did this come from? Oh fuck, did he see one of those guards? I can't see anything out of the alley. Cooper is resting at the side of on his side now, blocking me. He pulls me in against his chest. My scrawny chest against his built one. This is the closest we've been. With his paws covering my mouth, I can only breathe through my nose. I never noticed it before, but this dog absolutely reeks. My eyes almost watering. His musk is so overpowering. If the guards don't get me, the stench will. Actually, no. Guards, please please come around the corner. Save me. They don't, as much as I sort of wanted them to. I don't see them, but I hear the clamping of boots behind Cooper. Then they stop. My heart drops. They pick up again after a few moments, their steps fading into the distance. When Cooper removes his paw from my mouth, I take in some fresh air as I move a few steps away from him. I glare at him and whisper in a hoarse voice. Rude. Sorry, they were getting close. They're not the only ones. I actually spit out the ground, getting out as much of his musk out of my system as possible. You need a bath. What? Come on, let's go. You'd think with the nose that good, he'd have noticed. I didn't even give him time to process process that as I pulled him out of the alley. Ugh. My bravado ceases quickly, though, as I need him to actually lead me. We don't talk for the rest of the walk, and thankfully, no other guards pop up. After a few blocks, Cooper points to a building. It's one with the only ones with a light-up sign. Looks like neon. There, that's our place. I huff. Thank God, my legs were starting to give out again. What is it? A clothing store, I think. You think? Well, I've never been. It was just recommended on the Axiom. By who? Let's go. Okay. We cross the street quickly. Well, as quickly as I can. It isn't until we're up against the building I finally realize what's been so off-putting about this city. There doesn't seem to be any doors on most, if any, of the surrounding buildings. This building has some see-through windows above, but here on the ground, nothing. Just looks like a big wall of plastic. How do we get in? Hang on. He pushes me out of the way before taking out his Axiom, this time drawing more of an archway on the screen. While he's doing so, an outline of the shape of what he's drawing appears at the wall in front of us. Once it connects, there's a brief flash of light before a new doorway has appeared. Wait here, I have to open one for you. I can't go in through yours? No, don't worry, it'll just take a minute. Before I can protest, Cooper heads into the banquet? Bouquet? I probably know this word, and I just don't know what it looks like. I feel like that's like 90% of language for me. So, one moment. Yeah, that. What is this? I want... What is a boutique?
Boutique.
Boutique. A boutique. Okay. A small store selling fashionable clothes or accessories. A business or establishment that is small and I don't know what that word is, or fashionable. Okay. Sure. I know what that word is. I've heard it a million times, and I don't know. Seeing it, I don't know. I don't read. And the doorway shuts behind him almost instantly. It hasn't even been a minute, but the fact that I'm alone out in this strange world is giving me goosebumps. I rub my arms a bit, really feeling the lack of sleeves. Wonder why I can't feel pain, but can feel all of this. At least my feet are warm. These heated walkways are nice. I look around some, and I think I see a clock in the distance. 2:46 a.m. Hey, that's around the time I'm recording this. No wonder I'm so tired. I yawn and rest against the wall. It's cool compared to the floor, which is weird to say at least. Man, Cooper's taking a long time in there. I start to get worried looking at the clock. It's been several minutes. It's a door. I mean, it's a super futuristic kind of door, but it shouldn't take this long to open a door, should it? I'm starting to get antsy out here. I'm a sitting duck. I turn to face the wall and start to feel around before pushing. Surely there has to be a way to open a door around here, right? What if you don't have an axiom? This all seems ludicrous to me. As I'm feeling around, the outline of an archway lights up. Before I know it, I'm falling face first into the boutique. I yelp and close my eyes, bracing myself for a plethora of broken bones. Instead, I fall into a something sturdy and supportive, and smelly. I look up and I met with Cooper's concerned expression. I've fallen into his chest. Cooper's gaze quickly shifts quickly though, back to one of annoyance. What are you doing? I was trying to find a way in. You were taking too long. You want to get off? More than you know. I heave as I basically try to do a push-up to get off of him, but my piddly arms make it difficult. Cooper instead just slowly lifts me up from my collar, and like a kitten held by their mother, and gets me off. I can't believe you survived this long. I don't have a retort. It is admittedly a bit embarrassing to fall face first into your escort like this. I just grumble to myself and work on standing. Oh my heavens, are you all right? I whip my head around towards the unfamiliar voice. As my heart starts racing, Cooper places a hand on my shoulder. Calm down. She's the one running the place. He says with some exhaustion as he hoists me to stand properly. That's right. Just let me know if you need anything, and I'll be there to assist you. She jumps. Oh my gosh, your head. Are you okay? Do you need a doctor? Oh, right. I'm bandaged up. Before I can respond, Cooper speaks. He's fine. He just had too much to drink. He then pulls on my cheek a bit, as if scolding me. He needs a fresh set of clothes. Oh, I see. Well, of course. Just let me know if you need anything, and I'll be there, lickety-split. Oh, thanks. Her energy is a bit overwhelming, but I nod respectfully towards her, a bit out of habit. She looks like a small sheep, maybe no more than 4 feet tall. Her outfit looks like a green bellhop's uniform, complete with a cute and small hat. Before she walks back to her desk, I catch her name tag. It looks expensive, with the name Mirantha? Mirantha? Mirantha. Mirantha. Yeah, sure. Written in gold lettering. Fancy to say the least. Never heard a name like that before. Wonder if it's a local thing. Okay, enough gawking. My inner monologue is once again interrupted by my escort, who lightly slaps my back. Hey, what was that for? You're taking up time again. Go find something to wear, something cheap. I rub my back, and for a moment, I think I feel something. Ugh, I'm just so tired. I'm aware. Now hurry. Then he scoots me off further into the store, while he rests against the wall, fiddling with his axiom. Wow, thanks for the help. I want to go to sleep in a real bed. In any case, I start to wander around the store. Everything looks pretty tacky, to say the least. Lots of weird designs, and most don't look very practical. I shiver, looking, these floors aren't heated. Looking around, I don't see any shoes. If I remember correctly, which is already a stretch, most clothing stores don't hold shoes due to beastmen needing specific shapes and sizes. Guess it's not reliable for them to not have any. Regardless, I walk up to Marantha's desk. This might be easier than wandering alone, plus Cooper will get mad at me if I dawdle. I walk up to her and I realize something. I think she's asleep. Excuse me, Miss Marantha? I get closer and yep, she's asleep. She even has a pillow at her desk. I look around for some sort of bell to wake her up. I feel bad, but I do want to get out of here as soon as possible. There's some kind of cube thing next to her nameplate. I tap the cube and sure enough, it processes a small ding, instantly waking her up. Hello! Oh, hello, sir. Did I fall asleep again? Hello, yeah, I guess you did. Oh, dear me. I do apologize for that. I hope you weren't waiting long. Her voice sounds like a bit, like a stuffed animal sheep come to life. She's adorable. It's no trouble at all, ma'am. I'm sorry for waking you. Oh, look at you being so considerate. If everything around here was like you, this job would be heaven. She hops down from her chair and greets me. Definitely a couple feet shorter than me. I take it you need some help deciding? Yes, I need some advice. I'm not looking for anything. I pause. Extravagant. Oh, and here, I thought we had some of the more tame selection around these parts. I guess that explains your accent. She laughs, but I freeze. Oh, fuck. This must be why Cooper told me to keep quiet. She could pick me out from a crowd just by talking. Where are you from, sir? She almost trills as she walks me along the selections. Do I lie? Do I tell the truth? Vermont? She tilts her head at me, smiling expression unfading. Oh, wow. What? I've never heard of a place like that. What province is it in? Hey, what's that? Huh? Oh, that's by designer. Phew. Yeah, this is gonna be an issue. I'll have to talk to Cooper about how to handle these kind of situations. I let her chatter on. It's honestly just pleasant to hear her talk. She asks about my tastes and what I'm looking for. After I give her a rundown, she claps her hooved hands. Oh, that explains why you thought we mainly had extravagant stuff. You're looking for something minimalist. Sure. I just nod. I don't really think of clothes as such as some sort of art. If she can help me get what I want, that's all I care about. In that case, I think something over here would be perfect. Despite her short legs, she's speedy. I nearly have to jog to keep up with her, which only wears me out more. These were designed by a relatively new designer. He's still up and coming, so I'm sure he'd appreciate your business. I look over and yeah, these seem pretty standard to me. Just how I like it. After a few minutes of perusing. I think I got it. I think that's the word. I pick out a few outfits. They have tags on them, but I can't tell what currency they're in. I think I can make out some sort of stylized P, but that's it. I don't want to break the bank for Cooper. I think they should be fine. Is there anywhere to try them on? Certainly, follow me, please. I nod again. Her enthusiasm at this time of night is impressive. It's 2 a.m. What the fuck? Yeah, I just kind of realized that. It's like, huh, there's like a clothing store open this late. That's lit. If I wanted to do that where I live, I have to go to like a fucking Walmart, and you know that's I mean a Walmart at 2 a.m. Fuck. It's not that bad. I kind of like doing that. It's fun. No one's around. Yet every time I go, there's always a fucking line because there's only like one register open, and I'm like, bitch, it's like 3 a.m. And there's always like one person that has like a full fucking cart, and it's like, why are you doing full grocery shopping at 3 a.m.? She scurries off to another wall and holds out her wrist. Ah, she has an Axiom too. Hers looks different, cuter than Cooper's. She draws a rectangle on her pink screen, and a door opens on the wall. Here you are, sir, the dressing room. It also has a bathroom if you want to freshen up. When you want to leave, just hit the button on the table. Do you have any questions? I think I'm okay. Thank you for all your help. I really appreciate it. Ah, aren't you just the sweetest? Well, just holler if you need me. With that, she scurries back to her desk. I'm so tired that I can only muster a half wave to her. She's very nice. I look towards the opening and head in. It's dark for a moment, but before a harsh pinkish hue illuminates the area. I have to shield my eyes, dropping my clothes. Sensing discomfort. The lights then tone down dramatically to the point to just softly revealing everything. Is this to your satisfaction, customer? Sure, I guess. I don't even question it at this point. Very well. Enjoy your stay. Creepy. I scoop up the clothes and walk around slowly. It's pretty spacious for a dressing room. This place is freaking huge. Who needs this much space to get dressed? There's what seems to be a variety along with a vanity, along with a large mirror framed in neon lights. I'm still far enough away, but it's dawning on me. I have to get a good look at myself. Why am I so nervous? How bad could it be? My arms and legs are anything to go by, pretty bad. Okay, that's enough. I'm still here. I'm still me, whoever that is. I say that, but I close my eyes as I get closer to the table. After I feel around to find a place to put the clothes down, I open my eyes. Wow, my hair really is long. I stroke it again, really getting a feel for the length. It doesn't look like I've eaten much in a long time either. I'm just withering away, but I definitely can see see a lot of bones. I'm not withering away, but I definitely can see a lot of bones. My cheekbones in particular are fairly pronounced, along with a pasty complexion. Guess I don't get much sun either. This sudden confrontation with my own reflection just makes my mind wander. Where have I been, and with who? I can feel another panic attack coming, and I stand up straight. We can panic later. I need to get used to this. What I've become. I take a deep breath and start preparing myself for what's next. What does my chest look like? I clutch the bottom of my shirt, and although I hesitate for a moment, I decide to just pull the thing off. For a moment, I look away from the mirror, but I glance. Then look fully. Wow. I'm not sure if I'm disgusted or just in plain shock. My ribs are easily showing, along with several stitched scars throughout my chest. I trail my fingers over a few of them, which makes me shudder. Didn't really realize it, but my hands are pretty cold. I repeat my new mantra. How the hell did I end up like this? I stare at the reflection in the mirror for a while longer. The only thing I can recognize are my green eyes. I remember Damien used to compliment them all the time. Eventually, I snap myself out of it. As weird as I look, we don't have a lot of time. I'll get used to it sooner or later. I turn, and that's when I meet the weirdest part of my body. Along the spines are several pieces of metal. They look like ports. I'm not very flexible right now, but I managed to get an arm around a feel. I push into one and immediately feel a wave of nausea, almost falling over. There's some sort of flash, a bright light, along with the feeling of tightness around my limbs. Fuck, my face was hard enough, but that's not something I'm gonna get used to easily. I shake myself out of my stupor and just rush to get my clothes on, not wanting to look at what the mirror is showing me anymore. Thankfully, it doesn't take long for me to figure out an outfit. It's a black turtleneck and black pants. And dark pants. I can't tell what they're made of, though. The turtleneck is light, and I already feel like I'm warming up. The pants almost feel like jeans, but smoother, with fabric I've never felt before. Probably best not to think about it. As long as they're functional, that's all I care about. I'm ready to leave, so I push the button thing on the table. It takes about a minute for the door to open. I wonder if she fell asleep again. Don't blame her. I'm surprised they have anyone working this late at night. I gather up all the extra clothes in one arm and my old scrubs in the other. I try to compose myself, still disturbed by what I've become. Marantha's back at her desk, waving at me. Cooper finally lifts his head from the axiom and walks over to the desk. He doesn't look thrilled. Oh, welcome back. Oh, wow, that outfit does look nice on you. Very comfortable. I might need to try that designer out myself. Well, thanks. I'm not sure if I'm much to look at, though. Oh, hush. You're definitely one of the more unique-looking humans I've come across. She turns to Cooper. Wouldn't you agree? She's beaming. I don't think even a grumpy Cooper can't ignore that. He looks okay. Unique's definitely a good word. I rub the back of my neck. It wasn't much, but I do appreciate the compliment. After everything in the dressing room, I'm desperate for a boost of confidence. So, how much? Well, let's see. Give me a moment to calculate everything. She takes out a frilly axiom and starts tapping away. I move next to Cooper, wondering what they're doing. Is this how money works around here? More or less, at least in the ritzy cities. They don't trust physical cash. Weird. Cooper huffs before lifting up his own axiom. I can see him slide the screen to a different window. There are numbers along it. And there, that should do it. She types before sliding her screen forward, and it appears on Cooper's. I can actually read it for once. Maybe it's a customer service thing. Cooper reads it too and doesn't look happy. He grimaces and groans quite loudly. I guess it's expensive. He looks me over before sighing and taps a button. I think it's a signature popping up, along with the number on the screen, dropping near to 0. Oh. Now I feel bad. Thank you for your patronage, Mr. Krager. Cooper's eyes narrows his eyes at her, then slides his axiom off with annoyance. We're leaving now. Oh, okay. I turn to Marantha. Thank you very much. I hope to see you again sometime. Oh, thank you. That's supposed to be my line. She reaches over to the counter and shakes my hand. Pleasure doing business with you as well, sir. Don't worry about the clothes. I'll take care of them. Thank you. I appreciate it. I hand her the pile of clothes I didn't take, keeping the ones I wore under my arm. I tried to fold them like she gave them to me, but yeah, that was kind of hard. Have a good morning, boys. You too, ma'am. I hope you get a good rest. We wave to each other, but then Cooper locks his arms around mine, taking us out of the establishment. I think that'll be that'll be it for this part. So I mean, that was fun. Clothing adventures, right? But yeah, hope you enjoyed, and hopefully I'll see you around.